Hello, everyone, and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot and this pick a card reading, Your Next Lover, Who, When, and How. So I'd like you to take a moment to sit back, relax, take a deep breath, maybe a sip of tea or wine, and allow your gaze to go to the pile that calls to you the most. We have the first pile with the quartz crystal, second pile with the pyronite, and a third pile with an amethyst on it. So, yeah, take some moments to look at all three and just choose your pile, and I will be right back with pile number one. All right, welcome to pile number one. And we're going to start off with who is this person and pull out their animal spirit, the phoenix. Wow, strong. And then we have 10 of wands along with the 8 of pentacles. I'll be pulling more cards to go deeper. And then we're going to talk about when is this happening? Who, when? Acquisition. Let's see what kind of energies there are. Taurus. And we have air. And how is this going to come in? Mingling. Interesting. All right. Mingling. Spirit of alchemy and spirit of the book. A new chapter or unfinished business. So this could be a little bit of everything, right? Let's take a deeper look and see who this next lover in your life is. First of all, the phoenix. This is somebody who's been reborn. Right? This person is rising out of the ashes, literally, of their past, everything that they've done up until now. This animal spirit is associated with the first chakra at the very base of our spine. And it's a strong totem for someone who has really completely reinvented themselves. This person has totally resonated up a level, and whatever has happened up until now is not anything that lingers necessarily with any guilt or anger or resentment. This person is really well and truly coming to a new stage in their lives with a new version of themselves. 10 of wands, it's interesting to see that. That is a conclusion, an unburdening. Let me get that steer out. I love that. And the 8 of pentacles. This individual is someone who has really been carrying a lot. Now, they've come from a difficult place, and at some point the burden has just become too heavy. They may be still sort of in the throes of that, which is a lot to do with them sort of coming out as the phoenix. Also, 8 of pentacles, strong earth energy. This is someone who works really hard at everything they do, and they've worked really hard on themselves. So let's get a little bit deeper and see what we see. Go a little bit deeper with this. What flipped over? 2 of swords. There was a decision here for this individual. It was a difficult decision. This person may have left behind family, right? Family, friends. King of wands. And 4 of pentacles. Definitely left behind, I think, an atmosphere or environment that involved some very heavy responsibilities, right? That King of wands there feels like they may have had to deal with individuals in their lives that were really controlling, right? This could have been a family member, could have been a relationship too. But I feel family and background here. And this individual, their whole security, everything that they're a hard worker. But I think whatever situation they were in up until now, they had to make a decision, a very, very difficult decision. And I would say that decision would have been to sort of let go, unburden themselves, for the sake of their own survival, right? So I'm feeling here somebody who may have had to say goodbye to their family, who may be sort of on the outs with them, or sort of had to stand up for themselves in such a way that they no longer sort of took on the burdens and responsibilities that have been put on them. This could be someone who's come out of a relationship. I don't feel it strongly, but it could be an overpowering or domineering relationship. In any case, they're coming out of that. And this is the person that you're dealing with in this next lover of yours, right? This next lover in your life. Them really rising up from a difficult background, a difficult history, right? Um, and working towards a whole brand new. So, when we say who, when, and how, right? When acquisition, interesting, Sun and Taurus, and then we have Taurus here and air energy. So this could be in Taurus season. This could be happening for you, some of you guys, in May of this year. It could be happening anytime there is some heavy Taurus sort of transitions or transits rather in the sky, any major planets moving through Taurus, right, throughout the year. Also just an earthly time of year. Acquisition also, it feels like when this is going to happen, for some of you, there will be some kind of, I want to say, sale or acquisition, right? Some kind of acquisition, some kind of sale, some kind of event that involves money, buying things, a market of some kind, right? And it'll be through something like this that you encounter this individual. And then of course for some of you, you have this timeline of Taurus, May season, okay? This summertime could have already started now and could be resonating up at that time. You may have already met this person, but it may begin to sort of develop. How do you guys meet? Mingling, right? So going to places that pique your interest, attending social gatherings, all of that sort of thing. But I think also, I almost feel like some of you might be going to something like a gala or a celebration of some kind that represents the celebration of some kind of acquisition. You may meet this individual there, mingling, or any sort of, example thereof. And then we have spirit of alchemy and spirit of the book, right? So a new chapter developing. Unfinished business. I don't think this is the case here, but take it as how it comes to you. This could be an old flame coming in, but this feels rather new. Spirit of alchemy, manifesting. I think you may have manifested this as well. Let's pull some more cards. You may indeed have manifested this meeting with this individual. As I say, we're just looking a little bit into who this person is so you can sort of better understand when you meet them, if you haven't already. But while they've left some things behind, you're definitely dealing with someone who is an adult, mature, used to working, used to earning, gaining. Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, there's money here, right? There's money here. And this is going to play a part. And it's not in a bad way at all, but it will absolutely play a part in this connection. I dare say this person feels like they have funds, they're secure financially, right? Let's take a look at some of the star signs some of you might be dealing with. We have Virgo. Some of you dealing with that earth sign Virgo. Makes sense. Let's see what else. I'm going to pull 3 out for each pile. So pile number 1, we have also Capricorn, the other earth sign. Yeah, dealing with, we already have Taurus, strong Taurus energy. And then some of you are dealing with a Sagittarius. So 2 earth and a strong fire there for you. Definitely Sagittarian energy. A new opportunity comes in with this person that brings with it the opportunity for a lot of increase. Financially, security-wise, abundance comes with this individual. So this is an excellent reading for pile number 1. If you want to get your own personal reading into your next lover and your unique situation, you can always get a personal reading. I'll scroll the information across below. Check out the description or the comment. There's a variety of readings that I provide. You can like, subscribe, and share. Leave us a comment here on the channel for the collective. And that'll be it for pile number 1. I'll be right back for pile number 2. Welcome to pile number 2. We're going to start right off with who's your next lover, and we're going to take a look at who this person is with the elephant animal spirit. That's beautiful energy. We have the Wheel of Fortune and also the 2 of Pentacles. All right, so when are they coming in? Well, we have birth. Wow, Venus in Cancer. Interesting. kind of astrological energy. Mars in the earth sign. So we have Taurus season coming up. And how are they coming in? Magical mindset, spirit of the witch, and spirit of the wind. All right. So we're going to pull more cards and take a deeper look at all of this. But this is pretty beautiful stuff here. Definitely the magical mindset, how they're going to come in. We're going to take a deep dive into that. But first of all, this person resonates with that strong, fiery elephant animal spirit. The elephant is the destroyer of obstacles. Elephants are so magical and sort of sacred. In all cultures, we all cultures, religions, beliefs, have some sort of totem or explanation for this animal spirit. The elephant is just so wise and so strong, and just again is willing to face any obstacle. Right? The elephant has the ability, the endurance, and the strength to be able to forge its own path. That's how elephants get through the jungle. They literally just destroy trees and make their own paths, right? So, and they do live in jungles, these giant creatures. So, beautiful energy, fire animal spirit for your person. Wheel of Fortune, Two of Pentacles. Wow. They are somebody who's extremely lucky. I wouldn't be surprised if you're dealing with a Sagittarius or someone who has Sagittarian energy. That Wheel of Fortune ruled by Jupiter. This person just seems to have things going their way, especially right now. They're surrounded with a lot of good fortune. And of course, they work hard for that. Again, if they're resonating with the elephant, this is somebody who doesn't allow anything to sort of hold them back or get them down or stand in their way. And, to their credit, they do have the Wheel of Fortune and the universe's sort of good luck charm on their side. Two of Pentacles, they are, however, right now really busy with juggling a lot. So let's get some more cards. Juggling a lot physically, financially. It may be indeed good that they have Wheel of Fortune and that elephant spirit right now that they're resonating with, because they may be going through a lot of ups and downs financially, right? Having to readjust. There might be a lot of financial chaos around them. There may be things that they are currently really busy with sort of having to deal with financially to get out of the way, obstacles that they're trying to hurdle. So let's see a little bit deeper. Hanged Man, interesting. Ace of Cups and a Page of Pentacles. Wow. So there's something in their lives that is kind of holding them. Hanged Man energy. Yeah, they've really had to sort of take stock, I'm going to say, in certain things that they were engaging with, dealing with, a certain way of life that they were living. Hanged Man is somebody who's very, very sort of committed to their own view. Sometimes that's good, and sometimes that can be debilitating, right? Sometimes it gets toxic. I'm not sure that I feel much toxicity from this person, right? So it could very well be that in this scenario, you're dealing with somebody who's very individual, idealistic, principled. This is someone that can't really be shaken on their principles or what they believe in. Ace of Cups, there's a new love and a Page of Pentacles, and this desire to start something new. Right? So when does this come in? When does this person come to you? We have Venus and Cancer energy. So I'm going to take a look, and I'll have that scrolling beneath the screen here, or I'll have it up beneath the screen here, the next transit of Venus in Cancer, to see also birth, right? Just in general birth, right? So it could be you run into this person. Let's get some more energy. Could be that you run into this individual as a result of children, or people having children, or something new being created, a new project, a new job. Something new and beautiful has come into the world, whether that is a life or it is some other cosmic example of creativity manifest, but it is a birth. So somewhere along the line, you run into this individual. You also have Mars and Earth energy. So I feel like this is going to be happening at a time when things are very fluid. Ooh, Three of Swords and the High Priestess. This may indeed come out of, a deception, right? A heartache, a heartbreak. Yeah, interesting. This really feels very much like a difficult situation. Three of Swords is betrayal. So how does, we're talking about when, right? So this could be, if you're resonating with this, if you have recently maybe dealt with betrayal, right? You also have the High Priestess here. And something about this feels very sort of vindicative. Like you're being vindicated. This new lover, this lover, your next lover, is a vindication in some way for you. You knew this was coming. Well, I hope it resonates. Mars and Earth. I'm also going to try and see next transit of Mars and Earth sign, but certainly I would say Earth seasons. So we're talking Taurus season in May, most of May, Virgo season, which is most of September, and then fast forward to 2026, where we have January, most of Capricorn season. So the Earth months this year are going to factor in highly in this connection. Now, that doesn't mean that's when you're going to meet this individual. It could mean that that is when this connection you have with this person elevates up to a lover connection. You may already know this person. You may already be connected with them, but you may not have, the relationship may not have gotten to the lover's level. So how? Well, magical mindset. So again, this speaks to, I feel strongly here that the person who picked this pile, like, you saw this coming and you've manifested this almost, right? You are the co-creator of your reality and you know this. So there is such a vindication I feel coming in here because of that. Spirit of the Witch. And I didn't even actually look at these as I laid them. I just knew Spirit of the Witch, Spirit of the Wind. Yeah, this is really a case of you locking in to your magic, right? Locking into your metaphysical practices and magic and manifesting, using your wisdom and experience, right? And your knowledge of how to manifest, which is what we call the real magic of life, that you've actually taken out of this difficult situation. You have come out and manifest this individual coming in. Spirit of the Wind, a lot of activity, disruption, movement. And this is what I say about Mars here. Mars oftentimes is associated with fire, but there's, wind and fire, that together, that's the storm. There's a lot of activity around. So you're definitely it's going to be through a lot of that activity that you engage with this person. Let's go ahead and pull out your zodiac runes to see what kind of zodiac signs you might be dealing with. This is something, folks. Some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. Put that right there. Some of you are dealing with an Aries. That's that Mars. Yep, that's that Mars fire. And some of you are dealing with a Cancer. Now, you may have those energies in your natal chart, or they may be in this person's chart, whatever the case may be. If you resonated with this, excellent. I mean, this is an exciting reading, pile number 2. If you want to get your own personal reading, there's a variety of readings that I offer, and I'll scroll some information about the 10-minute question and answer reading that I do provide below the screen. Consider liking the video, subscribing to my channel. If you're resonating with this, if this has already begun for you, sound off in the comments and let the collective know. I do love reading the comments, and everybody else does too. We love to share our stories, so please do that if you feel comfortable. But otherwise, thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to provide you with this reading, pile number 2, for the pick a card, your next lover, who, when, and how. And I'll be right back with pile number 3. Hello, everyone, and welcome to pile number 3 for the pick a card, your next lover, who, when, and how. We're going to start off with the who and pull out their animal spirit, hummingbird, air animal spirit, beautiful. This up a little bit. All right, what other energies do we have for this person? Four of Wands and the Two of Wands. So a lot of fire also. When is this going to happen? We have patience, Jupiter in Virgo energy, along with water and fire. Could be water seasons, fire seasons. Right. I think we are now in water season. We're in Pisces season now. So, and how? Strategy. Wow. Spirit of the crow and spirit of the fire. So, more fire. A lot of fire. I'm going to be pulling more cards. So let's go ahead and jump right into who this person is, the hummingbird. Right away, I see someone who is very sophisticated. They dress very well. They go to the finest restaurants. They go to the finest, bars. They go to the finest, this finest stores. And this is someone who is in the know. They know all the great events to go to. This is someone who's just very sociable, very, I'm going to say, very authentic as well, but just has a lot of sort of pizzazz, not pizzazz, but good depth, right? Their pizzazz has depth to them. They're not just showy. They actually, know things. They actually know. That's the hummingbird energy, air energy. This is someone who really does know the best restaurants to go to, really does know their wine and knows things, actually has knowledge, especially knowledge of things that are refined, things that are luxurious, right? So right away, I get that vibe from this individual. Four of Wands, Two of Wands, Four of Wands is the 1111 card. Um, so this right away feels like when you meet this person, they are going to be gung-ho, right? This person is going to be 100% gung-ho. They have Two of Wands. Two of Wands also is Mars and Aries energy. Listen, this is someone who's extremely fiery. And this next lover for you is someone who's not going to be beating around the bush. They're not going to be sort of coy or like, let's see how things go and slowly but surely, you know what I mean? They're going to be on it. The devil, a lot of, wow, and the hermit and temperance, all three major arcana. That is interesting. So the devil is there. A lot of attraction. A lot of attraction. When you first meet this individual, it's going to feel very much like you're playing with fire. Could very well be that for some of you, your next lover, you coming to this reading, you may have been dealing with a lot of hermit energy recently. So you may have been the one who's really been keeping to yourself, staying to yourself, do it. And I don't think that you didn't choose that or it's been forced upon you. It's a choice. Like you enjoy your solitude. You've enjoyed the works that you've been doing on yourself. But this new lover, I feel like comes in, they just come into you and you're kind of, I think you're also tempering yourself a little bit there, right? Like, I don't want to let myself go. Let me stay focused, right? Tempering the situation. Why? Because they have such a profound effect on you. The desire is strong with that devil energy. Very, very strong. Again, I feel like you're dealing with somebody who has an immense amount of charisma. And so meeting this new lover, it's going to be very fast and heavy and harsh. Not harsh in a bad way, but just, like explosive. The attraction will be there right away. When? Patience, right? So Jupiter in Virgo. I'm going to try to see if I can find a transit, the next transit, Jupiter in Virgo, scroll, and put that at the bottom if I can. But yeah, Jupiter in Virgo could also be Virgo season, which is September. Patience still, right? Interesting. Let's pull another card for that to see. What does that all mean? You may have already met this individual. And again, as I say, it will happen quite quickly. But then again, you may already know them or have seen them before they've actually seen you the proper way. So I guess what I'm saying is that for some of you, you may already be sort of around this individual, but it's once this individual sort of clocks you for that, like really truly looks at you. It may be that they just haven't, properly looked at you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they know who you are, but they haven't engaged with you on a certain level that's triggered this. But once they engage with you on that level, that attraction will be triggered very quickly for them. So in that case, for some of you, there may need to be some patience there in terms of you may even have seen them and they may not physically have seen you before. Like you may have caught them from across the room. Yeah, they come across as extremely attractive. Let me pull one more. Yeah, I feel almost like you may have been interested or are interested in this person. Something about this person has definitely caught your eye. And but there needs to be the right circumstance for them to catch for you to catch their eye. So if we go ahead and see how is this all happening, it makes sense the strategy was the card that was pulled. It does feel like there needs to be a bit of strategy here to have them notice you in the right light, right? It's hard to describe, but it's like, sometimes when you look at somebody, it's like when you're, how do I explain? Like if you ever drink something, have you ever drank, like gone in the fridge, it's middle of the night, lights not on, you think you're drinking orange juice and you drink the milk, right? It's like one of those things. It tastes horrible and you don't immediately know what you're drinking because this is how we are as humans. Our minds sort of set everything up. It's all our perceptions. So this can happen sometimes. I almost feel like something like this is happening here with this individual where they have already made, have a certain idea of who you are. You may be a friend of a friend or somebody that they just bump into here and there. And because they've had the setup in their head about you, it's almost as though there needs to be like a breakthrough for them to see you properly, to see you in another sort of setting or framework or possibility. And then once they see you properly, I think the attraction then will be extremely strong, very quick. You definitely dealing with somebody who's a bit, I will say a bit of a player, maybe they are, because they are so charismatic. So they get a lot of attention, and that King of Cups is there, this person is used to having relationships, dating, things like that. Queen of Pentacles is their patience. You are somebody who's willing to put the work in, for sure, right? You are absolutely somebody who's willing to put the work in. You may have kept to yourself for quite some time in an effort to sort of wait for this person to come around or, right? Yeah, I do feel like for some of you, this is really, there's been a long-term effort at getting this person into your life. Spirit of the Crow, Spirit of the Fire, prophecy, messages. Yeah, for some of you, I think you've already clocked and seen this person as being your one, right? Spirit of fire, passion, spark. That spark needs to happen there. And I don't know why I have this feeling of, for some of you, knowing this person, but it hasn't happened yet. And still, when it does happen, it'll happen quickly. Because Four of Wands, Two of Wands is very heavy, quick, fast, aggressive energy. It's energy that's not being slowed down or stopped. Four of Wands is like an immediate, it's the 1111 card. It's Venus and Aries. So it's that immediate attraction that you have with somebody where you both know right away, oh, we're going to be together for a long time, right? Water season, fire season. So as I say, some of you, Pisces is right now. And then the next fire season is Leo. Okay, so that'll be in August. There's the timing. All right, we have some of you dealing with a Virgo. I'm going to pull out those zodiac runes. I always pull out zodiac runes in my videos so have an idea of what. Pisces. It's Pisces season. Might be dealing with a Pisces. And some of you, surprise, are dealing with a Leo. So there's your Pisces season and Leo season. Right, your next two water and fire seasons, so that makes like so much sense. Oh well, we do have Cancer coming up, so Cancer season is another water season, so that'll be in July for some of you. So that is it for pile number 3. I really hope this resonated. I loved all 3 of the piles. I love doing these pick a card readings for you all. If you'd like to get your own personal reading, I'll have the information scrolling below for one of the readings, the 10-minute question and answer. I do have other readings that I provide, and that's all listed in the description with the links and everything you need to do to book those. If you resonated, go ahead and like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment for the collective and share your story. This is an interesting pile for your next lover, and I am so curious how it turns out. But for right now, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I wish you all love, life, and happiness, and I hope to see you right back here on Bow and Arrow Tarot for your next tarot reading. Bye-bye now.